Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is the announcement for the March 2025 PleinAir Salon Awards that was judged by artist Lori Putnam. I'm your host, Carrie Stober, also the manager of the PleinAir Salon Art Competition. Before we get to the awards this evening, I like to go through what the PleinAir Salon is for anyone who's new, and also explain why we are doing this on April 10th instead of at the end of the month, which is when we normally announce the awards. So let's get into that. First and foremost, the PleinAir Salon is an online-only competition. There's no exhibition, there's no shipping, and this means it's also open to international artists. It's a monthly competition, so we have cash prizes every month and we have new judges every month. And with this new year, we just started the 15th annual this month in April. We're actually only going to have 11 months. February and the first 2 weeks of March will be combined into one. We have 19 categories to enter, so many choices for you. Some of them are plein air only, so you do have to make sure you're reading the criteria for what you're entering, because those will require that they be completed solely in plein air, no time in the studio or anything like that. But there are a lot of options open: figure, drawing, all kinds of things. We are the PleinAir Salon because we were created by PleinAir Magazine, but we are not strictly a plein air competition. And as I said, we also have a variety of judges every month. We have top master artists, gallery owners, museum curators, and directors. So there's always a variety of eyes that are going to be viewing your paintings. As I said, we have monthly competitions and we are awarding over $2,000 in each of those. And we have 264 winners every year. So we give out a total of $25,800 in monthly cash prizes. In addition to that, all of the winners from our monthly competitions get entered into the annual competition, which awards over $25,000 in all cash prizes, including our $15,000 cash prize and your painting featured on the cover of PleinAir Magazine. So in total, we are awarding just over $50,000 in all cash prizes. So this is our award winner from last year, Camille Przwadek, and 2 years ago we had Kimball Geisler. And so this is the reason that we are announcing today on April 10th instead of at the end of the month. We have to announce the top 25 finalists for the annual competition by the end of April, so that they can all be invited to come to the PleinAir convention, which is held in the end of May, because our awards for the annual competition are going to be on May 19th, which is our opening night of the PleinAir convention. So we have everybody come and we get to pass out the awards, call your name live, have you run up on stage. It's a lot of fun. So stay tuned. For those of you who are winners tonight, you are included in the judging for the annual competition. So those announcements will be made in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so moving on, we are going to get to our awards for this evening, which is why you guys are here, right? So our first awards for this evening are honorable mention. These artists receive a $100 discount to PaintTube TV, a showcase in PleinAir Magazine, and we also have an awards gallery on our various websites, and they get exposure through our newsletters and our social platforms. The first award is Animals and Birds Honorable Mention, and this award goes to Rosanna Gadoni from the Netherlands for I See You. Artist over 65 honorable mention is John Buxton for Sunburst Upon a Tranquil Silence. Artist under 40 honorable mention is Chris Bell for Cypress Dreams. Building honorable mention goes to James Fakey for Pont Neuf. Clouds and Sky honorable mention goes to Matthew Cutter for Tranquil. Drawing honorable mention goes to Diana Kirkpatrick for The Thorn in My Heart. Figure and portrait honorable mention goes to Fabio Cuffari of Italy for Pieta. Floral honorable mention goes to Catherine Treychok for The Welcome Home. Landscape honorable mention goes to Matthew Cutter for Sundown. Nocturne honorable mention goes to Donald Yatomi for Last Blockbuster 002. PleinAir Acrylic and Gouache honorable mention is Karen Ann Hitt for Renewed. PleinAir Landscape honorable mention, Gavin Glakis for Quiet the House by the Library. PleinAir Oil honorable mention is Bryce Samuelson for Desert Oasis. PleinAir Pastel honorable mention goes to Christine Dabrowski for Aspen Heaven. Plein Air Watercolor honorable mention is Kevin Hu for The Misty Rain of the Bridge. Still Life honorable mention is Jennifer Starling for Metamorphosis. Vehicle honorable mention is Quan Ting Kuo of Taiwan for Keelung Shipyard. Water honorable mention goes to Donna Bigi for Passing Through. And finally, Western honorable mention, Caitlin Laleen Hatch for Attunement. Congratulations to our honorable mention award winners tonight. And next is our category award winners. These artists each receive a $50 cash prize, a showcase in Plein Air magazine. They're included in our awards galleries on all of our sites. They're eligible for editorial coverage, and they also receive exposure through our social platforms and are entered into the annual competition. The first award for this evening is Best Animals and Birds, and this award goes to Caitlin Laleen Hatch for Step Into Your Light. Best Artist over 65 is Ned Mueller for Tying Up San Blas, Mexico. Best Artist under 40 is Chris Bell for Shimmer. Best Building is Svetlin Sofronov from Bulgaria for The Corner. Best Clouds and Sky goes to Christine Code of Canada for In Between. Best Drawing goes to Sammy Sambazis from Canada for Highland Cow. Best Figure and Portrait goes to Jonathan Gladding for Assembly 2. Best Floral goes to Carson Overstreet for Marvelous. Best Landscape goes to Devin Michael Roberts for The Watering Hole in Summer. Best Nocturne is Thomas W. Schaller of Light in the Forest. Best Plein Air Acrylic and Gouache goes to Stuart Godfrey of Canada for Rodanthe Shores. Best Plein Air Landscape goes to Ethan Walsh for North Moss Beach. Best Plein Air Oil goes to Kip Bradley for The Passing. Best Plein Air Pastel goes to Jennifer Shuey for Streamside. Best Plein Air Watercolor goes to Jeff Steiner for Morning Bike. Best Still Life goes to Louisa Lorenz for Gathered Home. Best Vehicle goes to Deborah Newman for Shine On, Drive On. Best Water goes to Shelley Breitzman for Dark Breaking into Light. And Best Western goes to Leah Weidemer for Work Friends. Congratulations to all of our category winners. Our overall awards are next, and the first one is third place overall. This artist receives a $200 cash prize, and the award goes to Joaquin Morales Molero from Spain for Henry and His Cane. This is what Lori Putnam, our judge, had to say about this painting. The incredible craft is immediately evident in this work. It is what you see first and want to examine for a very long time. I truly wish I could do that in person, but judging a competition online provides a different and important advantage, and that is the ability to stand back more easily and take in the piece as a whole. The strength of this piece is revealed when the work is reduced to a thumbnail where we observe the figure only in terms of a light-dark pattern. There is intelligent diminution that suddenly appears. No two light shapes are the same in size or importance. The largest, the face, the neck, and the shirt collar, expands lightly into the light background by use of soft edges at the back. Notice how the different angle and placement of his two hands create the feeling that one commands our attention and the other takes on a supporting role. Finally, dark toning on each button slowly increases, resulting in each light shape becoming smaller and smaller. This compositional approach is also observed when comparing each of the dark shapes to each other. Congratulations to Joaquin. Next is our second place overall award. This artist receives a $400 cash prize. And the award goes to Robert Obermiller for South Shore YC. Congratulations, Robert. There are several presumed rules that the artist has ignored here, and this piece would not work otherwise. The amount of the sky and the water are equal, resulting in a darker horizontal line in the center that stretches across an extreme horizontal canvas proportion. Raising or lowering the horizon line would change this work, but not in a good way. The heavy-weighted dark pattern of boats with their masses extended into the air provides the perfect weight to the lower half of the painting, indicating that the horizon is actually higher than it is and giving us a sense of calm, peacefulness, and safety. That perceived peacefulness is echoed in the simplicity of the sky and setting sun. Restraint is the artist's strength here, proving that subject is secondary to a clear statement. Sensitive use of neutral colors increases the perception of a chroma where it is most needed in the sky. Congratulations, Robert. Our final award this evening is first place overall. This artist receives a $600 cash prize, and the award goes to Deborah Tilby of Canada. Congratulations, Deborah. Oops. I had to say about Deborah's painting. One word, energy. There's an unexplainable stirring that happens when a painting has this kind of movement. I compare this to the same sort of excitement I get when I watch an orchestra conductor with baton moving, hitting the downbeat and then moving again while the other hand is begging for more before gently pushing back. It is all but impossible to ignore. Float, hit, release, attack, the crescendo, and dramatic finale. This artist takes us through a journey here. Compositionally, there's a strong X designed using diagonal lines. The masses are brilliantly organized by value and contrast. The piece is masterfully painted using a variety of mark-making brushwork. Congratulations, Deborah. Congratulations to all of our award recipients this evening. You'll be able to see them in the upcoming June-July issue of PleinAir Magazine. And once again, the reason we were doing this on April 10th is because we have the annual awards coming up at the end of April. We're going to be announcing the top 25 finalists for the year, and those artists will all be invited to the PleinAir Convention, where we are going to have our 14th annual PleinAir Salon Awards announced live on May 19th. Stay tuned for that, and thank you guys all for watching.